Yeah, Master Driver. I definitely didn't put myself slightly in the ditch there. I definitely didn't just run in the ditch. You heard that? I swear to God. Alright. I'm hoping I make the Fantastic Four movie. I've been awake since 5. I think a year. Aw. Oh, that one definitely like just lost its spots. I'm on the wrong side of the road. I am so safe to drive. You have no idea the amount of speeding I'm gonna be doing. 0, because I don't need to. I'm leaving in time to make it to my movie. I want to watch Superman, I do, but the entire movie has been spoiled for me because, you know, the internet, and it's been a week. And then I'll watch Fantastic Four, and I'm gonna like it. I hope it's good. They're probably gonna destroy that little fucking bot. R.I.P. Herbie. Like pre-movie, I'm saying this right now. R.I.P. Herbie, because there is no way. Either he is the only one, him and the baby, are the only ones who make it, or him and the baby like get murdered or some shit. The bot either is making it and being the only one to make it, or he's like the number one, like dying first in like the saddest, shocking way possible. I'm so excited about seeing a movie again. It's been like weeks since I've seen one in theaters. I've been saving. I've got my trip booked for September, and super excited. I have been at work all day. I'm still wearing my scrub pants that like shift up a little bit, so my ankles are gonna be freezing whenever I'm in the theater because it's gonna be chilly. We're both going this way. I don't know. I'm the closest. I'm gonna stay on my side. You're gonna stay on your side of the road. Hopefully, when you pull around over to the side. Actually, you shouldn't have because there were people going straight. That's rules of the road. That's basic. I need to turn my lights on. That's basic rules of the road. And it's so embarrassing that you didn't know that. This lighting's so nice, and I'm so greasy. So it was kind of wasted on me, but thanks anyways. I've had a couple of weeks. First of all, my computer stuff came in. Super careful about putting everything together. Didn't want to snap anything too hard in, you know, even though every video I watch of those tech bros putting computers together, it's like the basement yard meme of Five Guys person making a fucking sandwich where it's like, and your computer should work. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm over there barely tapping that shit, like pushing it, barely getting it in there. And I'm like, okay, everything is clicking in place after like 4 hours of that. Nothing. Nothing. I tried the little on and off thing attached to my computer case. Nothing. I tried the little I bought a button to hook up for on and off to the F panel or whatever it's called. Nothing. Make sure, like, double check, moving it around, making sure I'm hooking it up right. Nothing. Finally, I do the little, like, key, screwdriver, whatever test. Nothing. All started, like, beginning of July. It's July 25th. And 3 days ago, my sister's boyfriend was in, and he works with computers, so I was like, hey, can you see if I've done something wrong? He looks. No, this motherboard's just something's wrong with it. You mean to tell me, after a whole week of finagling and capping shit and double checking everything, I was just sent a shitty motherboard? Yep. Okay. I didn't record the process because, of course, I forgot about it. So I had to send it back. I'm waiting on my refund. And they're like, if it's missing some packaging, which I don't have the plastic wrap it came in, so I hope you don't hold my $200 on a little bit of plastic wrap, or else we're going to have to fight. I went ahead and ordered a new one, unfortunately also from Amazon, because anywhere else for a motherboard is like $400 right now. For the same motherboard is $400 right now. I don't want to do that. I mean, I've spent $400 collectively on a motherboard, on 2 motherboards. But, yeah. So hopefully this one works. I get it hooked up, get everything tiptoed together. I get my refund, my $200 and something refund for the motherboard I bought. I also bought insurance on this next one. So this one don't work. Somebody's doing something immediately. Like, I bought like a 2-year warranty on it. I'm so upset about it. I really am. I just had it sent out this Thursday. No, Tuesday. I just sent it out this Tuesday. Said it shipped. And don't know. They're projecting to get my refund like mid-August, which is stupid. I had to help remove a washer and dryer from my house, and then put new ones, secondhand ones. Put those in. Basically, a 2-man job both times because it was me and my little sister first time getting them out, and then me and my dad getting them in. And then there was also a standing freezer that we had to get in. That truly, the washer and dryer, we've done this show before. We've done this routine. The standing freezer strained our relationship a little bit. Not gonna lie. Not gonna pretend it didn't. Because it has those black platforms on the bottom of it and all that stuff wrapped around it. My dad was like, we can get through a door like that. I'm like, I think we need to remove all this because, like, he didn't want to damage it. We got it because it was damaged. Because we got it at a good discounted price that's got dents and ink somehow busted in it. They got most of it out. It shouldn't affect the frozen food inside of it at negative 30 degrees. Or negative, what is it? It sits at like negative 50 right now, I believe. But, yeah. We still have the old one, of course. We haven't gotten rid of that one. God forbid we get rid of anything. I say as someone who won't get rid of anything. But it's not like I'm reasoning that my stuff is going to be useful long term. I'm saying I don't want to get rid of it because my trinkets are fun and I like them. They don't want to get rid of shit because what if we need it in 5 years? We have, those like corner cover wood things that you like in a house that are there, so you're not like just running into bare corners and stuff, and they look real nice sometimes as accents. We have more of those sitting in our front, like our sunroom, we call it. Basically, a big storage room. We have more of those than I think we have corners in our house collectively on every object. And I keep finding more, and they're covered in nails, rusty nails. Why in the name of hell do we still have these? Well, we might need them. You guys, half of them are like broke. You guys are not puzzle piecing these back together. I know my parents. You guys are not puzzle piecing those back together to. Maybe a cop behind me. How fast am I supposed to be going right now? How fast am I supposed to be going? I thought it was 75. Not 75, 65. Yeah, still 65. I haven't hit the bridge yet. Like, oh, I don't want a ticket. I'll have to turn around. I want all the money for a movie if I get a ticket. I'll get the wrong type of ticket money. Anyways. Why are you gaining on me? You're a BMW or a Volkswagen. You're not a cop. They don't give cops good cars. Okay. Are you still working? I truly encourage America to switch to construction at night, especially even in these areas. I know we have coyotes and stuff. My God. Oh, I meant to hit cancel. My God, I'm slowing down, dude. I'm in the slow lane technically. Still. I'm not gonna hit some random shit in the way of the road because it said go down to like fucking 55. They're replacing that whole goddamn bridge still. I hope they get it done before winter again. My car is just on the side of the road having an issue. Okay, I'm gonna go back on the ass side of the road. This is my life. This is my life now. This is me now. But super excited for Fantastic Four. Can't wait. Only one going to watch it because my sister's boyfriend's in town. My older sister's boyfriend's in town. Both my friends are busy with their own lives. Oh, there's a bear! There's a bear! Black bear. But I live here. One time I went to go on a hiking trail with my aunt, and they literally two of the most athletic persons. Yeah, America's not failing in education anyway. Two of the most athletic people I've ever seen in my life were running away from what I would say a small black bear is. And I mean, we also left because here's the thing: we're not fighting a bear to go walk. We went home and watched TV. What I wanted to do originally, she liked to be athletic and healthy because it's good for you. It is. I'm just lazy and I hate everything. I hate everything. Oh my God. Um, yeah. Interesting stuff happened today at work, but I don't want to talk about it. Liability issues, but it was a good day. It was a very interesting day. Eventful. It was crazy. Um, That's the car next to me. I thought my car was making a new squeaking noise. Hey, can you keep that trailer on your side of the road? Thank you so much. Cause I ride the berm, dude. I ride that white line. I don't know why you decided. Because you don't have it tight enough. It's swinging. It's swing jangling behind you. And you're jacked up. Chevy truck. Your white Chevy truck with a big ass rims. And you're pulling up. This is why I have this angled at me so you guys don't see a lot of the side views. Because if someone ever watches this and ever recognizes anyone and sees me talking shit about a random stranger, where I live, I will get shot. So, big preach, big preach. I think my coworker, he thinks I'm going to watch Fantastic Four because of Pedro Pascal. I'm not gonna say I'm not. I'm very interested in Pedro Pascal because his career finally getting a boost while he's in like the end stage of his career. He's gotten so old. There's not a lot of options Hollywood feels like they have left for him. Holy fuck, with a tire in the road. Oh fuck, someone had a blowout. But yeah. Hitting every bump with so much force. Um, I think it is really interesting. And all the hate. The fact that, and I truly believe this, even though I want it to be fake, but also I'm like, it's true. It's hard to believe this is not true. That J.K. Rowling and her fans basically got built a secret service team to basically try and ruin Pedro Pascal's identity with AI shit and false claims and everything. Because he is a man in Hollywood. I will say that. He is a man in Hollywood. I will never want to be alone with any man in Hollywood, no matter how good or bad I think they are. But, because you never know. I wouldn't want to be left alone with any woman in Hollywood. Because you never know. Actually, Florence Pugh, you can hear me. Florence Pugh. I don't even know if I'm saying your last name right. But, yeah, I wouldn't want to be left alone with anyone in Hollywood. Because you don't know what those people are like behind closed doors. But he supports his trans sister and trans people. So, of course, J.K. Rowling and the fucking trolls that follow her and the cultists that follow her thinks he shouldn't be famous because he's supporting his sister. Even if it was just his sister, I feel like they wouldn't let that shit go. To an extent that I'm like, y'all need to chill out. Like the Volkswagen's lights behind me. I can get over before he's too busy. But I hate my gas. Pennsylvania drivers have this habit of getting over without their blinker. Can y'all not? Can y'all? Do your blinkers just not work like in your state? Are you not required to have working blinkers? His buddy was getting over. He's from PA. His license plate says PA. There's this thing called a blinker. You can probably see it flashing in my glasses. Use them, please. I don't want to be vehicularly manslaughtered. Okay? But the hate on Pedro Pascal is so forced. I feel like there's some people that you are forcing yourself to hate for ridiculous reasons. Him, at the very least, supporting his sister is one of them. So what if his sister's trans? That's his sister. I get he's supporting her while also supporting all trans people. You know, even if he just came out and was like, I love my sister. You know, they would take it as a personal offense. even if he came out and was like, I don't believe anyone else should be able to do this. This is my sister. Basically, how rich people have said with Caitlyn Jenner. You know, they're basically like, I don't think anyone else should do this except this one. You know, like our ambulance. But it's one of those things. Things at BMW. How fast am I going? How fast am I supposed to be going? Here are cops abound. My God, you guys better get these outer staters before you get me. You'll get bigger checks out of them, and they're going faster than me. And they'll just pay that fee. They'll pay that fine. They don't want to come back. Yeah, right now they'll pay that fine because they don't want to come back. You heard? Why are you in the middle of the crossover? I get they took away your little patch of grass. Come on, man. Anyways, it's like the hate people have towards Megan Thee Stallion and Sabrina Carpenter right now. It feels so manufactured. Like you guys just didn't like her for whatever reason, and you grabbed onto like the most random, sudden thing they've done to just fucking hate on them. And that feels like what is happening with Pedro Pascal. You know? Like, people hate that Megan got that one guy put in prison because he shot her in the foot. And there's video evidence. And there's fingerprint evidence. And there's so much fucking evidence that he did that to her. And then they're mad because he got put in jail for shooting someone in the foot. And they blame Megan. And then people are mad because Sabrina Carpenter did a photo shoot based off a movie that's like really, I want to say problematic, but like pedophilic, about grooming. It's super gross. I never heard of it. I've never seen it. So when they brought it up, I was like, what are they talking about? I don't. They're like, this photo shoot is disgusting. It's based off of Lolita. I had to think of the clothing, not the clothing she wears, but like the clothing brand type that a lot of people wear. I say a lot, like a subsection of individuals wear as a fashion statement. But it's about like a 14-year-old girl who gets like groomed by her uncle or some shit. And some of the photos are reminiscent of the movie. And and also her man's best friend's album cover. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know we weren't allowed to be whores anymore. Sorry, the right wing propaganda, the conservative propaganda has completely rotted your brain. I didn't know women weren't allowed to be hot, slutty, and sexy anymore. My bad. Let me cover up my collarbone. I dress conservatively. I do. There are very little instances where I will be showing a lot of skin on my body. What the actual fuck are you doing, bro? Riding a bike with a handlebar that high would hurt my shoulders. I hope he's okay. But it's crazy. Like, y'all are just hating on her. I'm thinking about the Fantastic Four, and I'm like, why is everyone hating on Sabrina Carpenter? Yeah, or just so many celebrities y'all just hate. You can just say you don't like them. You can just say you do not like them. You do not like it. I don't know why, like 2 weeks after something comes out, people are like, can we admit this was never good? You can just say you didn't like it. There is nobody on this, like, okay, there are people who, ooh, buddy, you fucking getting them. There are people on this earth who will get their shit handed to them. Over literally just an opinion. That does not hurt anybody. By that I mean saying you don't like a certain piece of media for a specific reason. Like, I don't like all the sex scenes in some movies. Like, I can't enjoy Euphoria because there's so much sex and like rape and assault. That's a second call. They just got called for backup. Something's happening. But which I just know about sex scenes and a few assault scenes. But it's like I don't want to consume that kind of media. If something has like one or two sex scenes in it, I'm over it. Whatever. If it's like 30 sex scenes about high schoolers and drug use and shit. There's no reason that show could not be put in college. Like, time period in college. Time in college. There's no reason it could have been in college. And, and it's just like, I think people originally, they thought she was cute and funny because she was on Disney Channel, and then she started being, super sex positive and talking about how she, as a woman who is 5'2", is horny. Oh my god. Somebody alert the press. It'll never not make me mad. Why the fuck are you getting on my ass like that, dude? I am going the speed limit. I'm not getting a fucking ticket, dude. You can speed. I'm not getting a ticket. Even though I saw all the cops go that way. But, genuinely speaking, I just, like, couldn't fathom, like, the mental gymnastics you have to do to just justify hatred. Like, you can just hate random shit. It's fine. It's fine to not like something because you don't like it. It's fine. I don't like bikini bottoms. Yeah. I think they're too cheeky for my personal taste. I love the smallest bikini tops. I also shouldn't wear them because, appropriateness and whatnot. But I wear my bikini top in my surf shorts. I like surf shorts. Makes me feel like everything's in tight. I don't like skirts. I don't like dresses. Feels too freeing. I like no bra, no underwear. Okay, I shouldn't be allowed with access to absolutely nothing in between. Okay, not good for me. Even speaking of physically wise, people with vagina should wear pants, and people with penises should wear skirts because the Scots had it right to begin with. But America's just being gutted and rotted from the inside by conservatives for people being normal and horny and young and old and just different people living different lives. And some people truly cannot handle nobody fitting a mold because people grow and you change. People start out super liberal and become conservative. People start out super conservative and become more liberal, you know? And I think we need to acknowledge that. And I get you can fight for something your entire life and it can never happen. That's literally everything right now. It's coming to a close. But you can change what you like. You know, maybe in 3 years I'll be like, actually, I overhyped the Fantastic Four movie. That was a bit much, you know. In 10 years I'll be like, never mind, I was right. It was great. Never mind. Yeah, I can never say K-pop Demon Hunters isn't a good movie. That shit was fun as hell. Timed perfectly. But and it's like there are genres that I used to hate growing up that I love now. I love horror. As a kid, in middle school, when people were watching scary shit, I was scared. I didn't want to watch that. And I was embarrassed to tell people I was scared of that. Like, genuinely afraid of it. Because as an adult, I have an overactive imagination. Because I maladaptive daydream way too damn much. So, and I don't get anything done because of it. I need to just, instead of pacing, listening to music, I need to start typing while listening to music. But and I feel like there's just so little done about so much. Because, and here's the thing, you don't need to get online and say, I fucking hate, you know, the color purple. Not the movie, just like, that was a bad example. I'll like get on and be like, I fucking hate the color purple. I think it's the ugliest color ever. You can, you don't have to like shout what you hate to the rooftop. If you need to rant because you saw like too much purple one day or something, do it. Be like, I just can't stand it. Like, I can't believe this is a trend of wearing so much purple or so much yellow or so. Yellow is my favorite color. I cannot imagine someone hating the color yellow. But there are people who do not like every shade of yellow. I love the mustard yellow. My room was mustard yellow growing up. From the ages of 10 to 16. And the only reason it's not is because I moved rooms. My room was mustard yellow. The brightest mustard yellow. It's called like sunflower yellow, I think it was. But it was one of the brightest yellows you could get without it being neon. And I loved it. I still love it. I look at it, I'm like, oh, you know? I couldn't imagine not living life like that without, because I think people hate more than they are willing to love. Because there is so much more power in hatred than love. Because love makes you so vulnerable. It makes you scared. And that shouldn't be the case. That's an unfortunate statement. That should not be the case. Why am I in your blind spot, dude? Dude. I don't like that noise that your vehicle made next to me. My vehicle, I mean tractor and trailer. But oh, you're trying to come over. I didn't know. I'm sorry. God damn it, that wind is fucking crazy. Hold on. Dude, I'm staying away from you in this fucking hill. I'm not gonna be behind you, I'm not gonna be next to you. I'm sandwiched between two tractor and trailers. I'm gonna nail it up this goddamn hill. I'm not gonna die. On my way to the Fantastic Four movie, all ranting about hatred and love and justice and injustice and whatever. I don't know, I think, like, I need this to rant. You know, if you have opinions about my opinions, that's your opinion. It's fine. It's okay. You cannot agree with me on shit. That is perfectly normal. You don't have to look at everybody in the world and be like, yes, exactly. You can have your own individual thought plan about stuff. And that's okay. As long as you're not hurting anybody and nobody is getting hurt, whatever you're doing is fine. I truly believe that. That is how I see it. There are things you can do as an individual that severely hurt somebody else. And a lot of it is when fandoms and all this and all that become toxic. And as the individual getting hurt, all you have to do is leave. You don't have to stop watching your show. You don't have to stop writing your fan fiction or stop making your art. You just have to take a step back. I had to do that a few years ago because in high school, I mean, even now, I'm not in the groove that I used to be, but in high school, I pumped out like 200,000 word fan fictions on Tumblr and Wattpad and fanfiction.net and AO3. AO3 is not that much, but and I was making posts that were getting 20,000 likes and reposts on Tumblr and shit. I'm that old. When Tumblr was cool instead of it got fucked over by the anti-porn ban, which again happened because people didn't want to monitor their children online. Did I see the pregnant Markiplier thing? Absolutely. Was I like 12? Yep. Were my parents watching what I was doing? Nope, they couldn't give a shit what was happening to me. They had my sisters to care about. But that's not the person who made that's fault. It's not. I mean, I knew better than to get on that website, I'll say that much. But curiosity, I was a kid. I was a child. Did I know better? Yes. Do people do shit that they know they shouldn't do? Absolutely, all the time. Most of the time. That's how shit happens. But most of the time I wasn't online just straight up fucking hating people. I built most of my stuff out of positivity and hope. I hope people enjoy what I make. That's my main thing in Art Fight is I post about, whenever I send an attack, I'm like, hey, I hope you like this. I hope it's a good drawing of your character. I hope you like it. I hope, I did my best. I hope you enjoy it. It's an art fight, so I'm just doing literal headshots because I ran out of poses like halfway through. I hit 15. I'm like, shit. I did the squat pose. I did the leaning pose. I did the looking around the corner pose. What other poses are there? I did a laying down pose. I did another one. Shit, what other poses are there? I ran out of poses. But that's the thing. I literally almost weep every time somebody attacks me on art fight because who gives a shit? Like most of the time, there's so much thought and effort put into a piece of work that it brings me to tears because I could not imagine somebody looking at my characters and going, "Oh, that's so pretty," and I really find this interesting. Now I'll attack it because I think you're really cool and this design's really cool. That brings me to fucking tears. Like I think I've only been attacked 2 or 3 times this year, but it makes me literally like sob a little bit, like uncontrollably, because it's so sweet. It's such a sweet thing to do. I love art fight. I love that real artists put in real time and work super hard to fight each other in this made up competition, which is what most competitions are. Another ambulance. Something happened. Holy shit. But and it's built out of the kindness and respect. Obviously, sometimes you gotta report people because some people don't want to read your tags of what is okay and what is not. And if I'm unable to look and unable to check and see if something's okay, I literally make the most plain vanilla Jane picture I can. Because sometimes I really don't have a second or I don't have the internet connection because where I live, to go back and, double check something. I forget to screenshot it, whatever. That doesn't make me go, oh, well, I'll just draw them naked and hope the creator doesn't get pissed about it. No. Mm-mm. No, no, no. Or where they're like, yeah, no gore, and people do gore your characters. It's like, hey, maybe they're like fucking 12, dude. There are some really talented artists at 12. There are some beginners at 25. It is okay. There will always be a skill gap between you and the person next to you and things that you do the same. It's just up to you as a person to figure out where that skill gap is and accept that, okay, I cannot stand you. I'm at this red light now because of your slow ass. Because of your slow ass. But it's like, don't hit me. It's like, I'm trying to make sure it doesn't jerk back because I'm like, I don't know if it does or not. You need to stop. Dumb fuck. It's just, again, it goes back to hating Peter Pascal for supporting his sister at the very least. It goes back to hating on Sabrina Carpenter for being short, horny, and sexy. It goes back to hating on Megan because she got a guy arrested for fucking shooting her in the foot. And because she isn't afraid to talk about shit that is wrong in this community that she is in. And to point out bad people in the community that she is in. It is that emotional regulation skill gap that a lot of adults show today because they weren't taught how to communicate with other people. They were taught how to communicate with each other online. A lot of early education teachers are talking about how a lot of these kids who have had screen time, like a ton of screen time, like a lot of kids are nowadays, are struggling with communication with another person face to face because they don't know, because they're so used to being talked to are listened to. They are not used to the conversation. Like Miss Rachel talking to your child in the video, being like, "Good job." They are not expected to respond when she tells them, "Good job." And they may reach out and try and talk to this individual on the screen, and they realize they don't respond. And they're so used to watching these YouTubers and everything that do not respond to them. They just sit and they listen. They're being talked to, not talked with. You need to have conversations, you know? And it's so much more. There's so much more to go on. Of course, it's almost 9:15, so of course it's pitch black out, and you probably won't be able to see me on the way back. Yippee! I might wait till I get home to do it. Take off my makeup, be mad about my computer not working. I was playing Minecraft on my phone at work today, so which I'm scared to download Minecraft again on my computer, my laptop, because it's fucked. It had a mini stroke on me, and it kind of stopped working right a little bit. It's so overused that it's like, help, I'm dying, and it's like, no, you're not. Actually, no, you're not. I need to slow down, actually. Yes, I am. None of this is gonna be open when I get out of my movie in 2 hours. At 11 o'clock at night, none of this is gonna be open. I'm gonna be super depressed. His lights are green right now. Sorry, baby, please don't pull out in front of me. You did, but in a mindful manner. I have to get over here anyways already. But Long John Silver's has a car in the drive-thru. Holy shit, guys! Oh, it's a tour bus. Not a tour bus, but you know, a travel bus. I always forget what I'm talking about. But movies like the Fantastic Four. I think the entire Fantastic Four franchise is a passion project. Every movie that has been made of Fantastic Four has been made by someone who, at least one part of the team, is like, I love the Fantastic Four. I want to give them a chance. That's what all those movies in the early 2000s, what that 2018 adaptation is, what this version of it is. Is someone being like, I love this franchise. I love the Fantastic Four. Let's just give it another chance. Someone at Marvel is begging and groveling, being like, please, no, please, just one more. Just one more chance. Just one more chance. Please. You know? That's what art is, and that is what loving is genuinely, no matter how. And I don't want to say how bad it gets, because people are different. Media and people are different. Media and people are different in the sense that media is fed and manipulated and controlled and modified. And sometimes it goes into the hands of people who do not care about it and who don't care, don't have any passion, they just want the money from it. Like, I think Supernatural up until season 12, I mean, it should have ended at season 5, but up to season 12, people who were working on it genuinely liked it. Past season 12, it was like, what is going on here? By the time 15 came around, it was like, are they dead yet? Are they actually, for real, 100% dead? Tell me now. Don't lie to me. You know, like, that's what it is. But, don't. Why the fuck did you pull out like that? Why does everyone pull out like your fucking coochie needs to scrape the ground as it goes sideways in their car? Why are you all the way across the fucking yellow line? Anyways. Oh, that's because this van is Varsity Travel Van from Virginia. P157353 is all the way across the white line into the turning lane, but is heading straight. I love when this happens. Yeah, let's turn. Let's turn. Let's turn. Let's turn right now. They got lights on their bikes, tires, which is honestly a good thing. People love hitting bikers. I don't know why. Like people who ride bikes, not like motorcyclists. I hope I go in here, especially with the things like actual costume. They did not cheap out and do CGI like they have before, and the CGI is always the thing where I don't want it. So many people can do so much stuff with just a bit of practical effects. Just a little bit of practical effects, and holy shit, you're set for life. Like you are fine. I want to park right in front because it's night and I'm a woman, but I guess not. I'm just gonna park like a douchebag right here. Anyways, I'm super. Anyways, I'm super excited. I can't wait to get in there, get my popcorn, watch my movie. Hopefully, I can get a ticket. All right, bye.